Welcome back to Hazard County. You'll find things pretty much the way you left them. Culture and good breeding are still the rule.
Don't you dare!
All right, Jesse Duke, you get that rattletrap out of the way. This here's an official vehicle.
Hold your horses, Roscoe.
Dad, blamed fool. The local law is still the model of courtesy and kindness. And if you believe that, I'll tell you nothing. Most ways, people have just been going about their business.
Afternoon, ma'am. Fine day, ain't it?
And for a week of Sundays, our old friends Bo and Luke Duke haven't come within a Kentucky mile of violating their probation. Now you know that ain't gonna last.
So if I don't get the money to Boss Hogg soon, he's gonna foreclose on us.
Now that's just plain wrong. Say, ain't the stock car race today?
I bet that prize money be more than enough to pay off the mortgage.
If you can win, that is.
Now who left the door open?
You got an appointment, Boss Hogg?
This ain't a business call, Coda. I'm just visiting with friends.
You looking for some more orphans to rob?
I just dropped by to say there ain't no way you gonna win that stock car race. You see, it's like this.
Now, Boss was confident, and rightly so. Because while he was talking, Roscoe was taking out a little insurance policy on the race. Decaf insurance. With 2 sugars.
I hope you fellas is ready to lose big time against my 00. Come on, Roscoe.
Can you really beat the 00 in this old thing?
Darling, the General Lee is the fastest automobile in Hazard County.
Of course, that wasn't always the case.
Ain't that the truth? Now, back then, the General Lee was just a beat-up old black Charger. Cooter told the boys some parts had just turned up at the junkyard. So that's where Bo and Luke were heading.
Come on, can't this thing go any faster?
Not without those parts.
Boys, with a proper automobile, y'all could really make it on the circuit.
Well, what's your game?
Tell you what, y'all, beat me back to my garage, and I will build your dream car.
Okay, on 3.
And after we install them parts, he's been winning for us ever since. Ain't you, General?
Gentlemen, check the time.
We're late.
Don't you worry, Sally Joe. We'll make it on time.
Everything checks out here, except for that funny smell.
If I ain't mistaken, that's the delicious aroma of Hazard County blend. You mix the finest high-octane fuel with a touch of decaf. It's a Coltrane family recipe.
You spiked our
There ain't
tank.
no chance of paying that mortgage now.
Now, boys, don't fret none. I could see you part of the money. Yeah, that is in exchange for your services.
Bo and Luke had landed themselves in a bit of a pickle. We all know a pickle can get a little seedy on the inside.
4,800, 4,900, $5,000. Of course, you're still way in the hole, what with your interest compounded hourly.
Hourly? Why, you low-down skunk.
Now, the money ain't for me. I'm putting it toward urban revitalization to spruce up our town square in honor of one of our local luminaries.
Civic-minded fella now, ain't he?
If I know J.D. Hogg, it ain't the orphanage he's after, but the land it sits on. And whatever he plans to build, he's gonna need a permit.
The permit files were in the county courthouse, but walking in the front door wouldn't do, nor the back door, being guarded by Deputy Enos Strait, the most honest and dedicated lawman from here to Chickasaw County. Fortunately, it was no secret that Enos was sweet on Bo and Luke's cousin Daisy. So when she invited Enos to a picnic, they knew he'd take the bait. Now, it was Daisy's job to keep Enos looking the other way. And if there's one thing Daisy knew, it was how to turn heads.
Just look at those clouds, Daisy.
It's hot today, ain't it, Enos? Sandwich?
There goes the heaviest garage door opener in Hazard County. So with the help of Enos's car, Luke made it to the county courthouse and started looking for something to make sense of the whole mess.
Yeah, Enos, I reckon a shaved monkey could do a better job than that fool. What in tarnation has he got to?
I'm gonna have to stay out of sight while I look for whatever it is I'm looking for. Found it. What's Boss Hogg doing with a fishing permit?
Did you say a fishing permit?
That's all we struck out.
Oh, we got bigger trouble. Enos is getting fidgety.
It's sure been nice, Daisy, but I gotta get back to work.
But we only just got here, honey.
Between the sandwiches, Daisy's apple pie, and the heat of the day, Enos never suspected a thing. But Boss Hogg did. And when a friendly visit to the Duke residence turned up the permit, there was nothing to do but arrest the owner of the property. And that was Jesse Duke. They even impounded his truck to add insult to injury. Step one was to get Jesse's truck out of the lockup. Roscoe ended up with a bent axle, a front seat full of bird business, and a powerful conviction to stay at his post no matter what.
Now that we got Uncle Jesse's truck, we can yank the bars right out of the cell wall.
More fancy driving ain't gonna shift Roscoe.
What about dynamite?
Daisy, we want to break Uncle Jesse out of jail, not blow him to kingdom come.
Not for the jailhouse, silly. No, just for show. No one will get hurt, and it's sure to bring Roscoe Redden.
Ain't nothing more foolish than walking into a mine full of leaky old dynamite sticks. Except driving out with one.
This has got to be the dumbest stunt I ever had a hand in.
Yeah, well, watch the road, or we're gonna be blown right off it.
You can rev it all you want, Luke Duke, but I ain't budging from this spot for nothing.
Don't bet on it, Roscoe.
Of course, everybody's got a soft spot. And the Dukes had a pretty good idea where old Roscoe was keeping his.
What the... What? Why, you... Oh, sorry,
You gotta
boss.
give Roscoe one thing. He's dependable.
Afternoon, Uncle Jesse.
See, I know what you're up to, Jesse Duke. Don't you move a muscle.
And here comes the cavalry.
Well, hey, Uncle Jesse. Need a lift?
You couldn't have picked me up in a car with working doors?
Twas a heck of a plan, but it worked. Jesse was free and the boys could get back to saving that orphanage.
When I was in the pokey, I overheard J.D. Hogg's hiding something secret at one of his stills, and it's got to do with your orphanage.
But Boss Hogg got a still under every rock in Hazard County. Where do we start?
I also heard J.D.'s drivers picking up a load, and I aim to follow him.
Now, wait just a second, Uncle Jesse. You can't...
Being locked up hadn't set right with Jesse. So while Bo and Luke twiddled their thumbs, Jesse waited for Boss Hogg's man to drive by.
Huh. Ain't nothing more than moonshine. What have we here? Hog Heaven Fishery and Water Sports Park. Well, there ain't no lake, and why, that slimy toad.
Jesse had discovered Boss Hogg's evil plan to flood the valley. Getting home to tell about it was another story. Hogg was kind enough to lend him a still. Of course, he didn't know it at the time.
Roscoe, we got Duke trouble in the swamps.
Uh-oh. Time to get going.
Boss Hogg is gonna blow the dam behind the orphanage and turn Hazard County into a water park.
That permit was for a fishery, not fishing. But we can beat him if we win the Hazard County Derby.
The bad part about small-town living is that there ain't no privacy from nosy neighbors.
How? There ain't enough prize money in the world to pay off that mortgage now.
Well, let me tell you all about it. Win a derby? How's that gonna make a difference?
Well, see, I didn't hear the whole...
Can't even get into race without an official entry form, and only I got 'em. Still, it don't pay to underestimate Jesse Duke. We may have to launch Operation Water Wings a little early.
Oh!
That there brew is the smell of victory. Now, all we need is enough paint for our little surprise, and that entry form is ours.
Uncle Jesse! Uncle Jesse!
Here comes trouble.
You must have scared Boss Hogg something awful. He's gonna tear down the orphanage right now. There's bulldozers all over town and a demolition crew on its way, Uncle Jesse.
Well, what are we waiting for?
You boys got to get that paint. Cooter can stop the bulldozers, and Daisy'll handle the demolition team.
There weren't nobody in Hazard County better equipped to lead men astray than Miss Daisy Duke. One bat of those eyelashes and she'd steal the key to your heart, or the key to your rig.
Those meddling dukes. First they demolished my demolition team, and now they's up to something with that derby.
Well, they won't get this form while I'm here, boss.
At home, it's them.
Oh, don't worry, little fat buddy. I'll protect you.
Dummy, if they was after that form, they'd come inside. But they's up to something outside, and you're gonna stop them. But now, go, dummy, go! Them dumb dukes. The longer Roscoe chases them, the further they get from this beautiful entry form. Well, dang that Roscoe. I knew I couldn't count on him for nothing. Enos,
Yes, sir, Mr. Hogg.
get out and find them Duke boys. And when you do, throw them in jail along with that ninny you call a boss.
You mean you, Mr. Hogg?
No, not me. That dummy Roscoe, dummy. Now get. What's going on?
I got him down by the river, boss. I got him up by the coal mine.
How could they be in both places at once?
And still be standing right in front of you.
And still be standing right in front of you. Huh? Ah! But you, how'd you...
Practice.
And 3 General Lees.
Oh, that was fun.
Think he'll come after us?
Congratulations, boys. Uncle Jesse's plan worked. Now, why don't you get that freshly stamped form over to the track?
Did you say stamped? We were supposed to stamp it?
Well, for goodness sakes. All right, I'll bring you the stamp at the starting line, fellas. Little Bo Peep, on her way.
Miss Daisy, I can't let you into boss's office.
Not even a teeny-weeny little peek. I promise I won't be long.
Ain't nothing in the world gonna move me from this door, Miss Daisy. Those darn dukes, I'll get them!
Ooh, found the stamp. Now I gotta get out of here.
Now, where y'all reckon that brake fluid came from?
Oh, no! I've made y'all late for the Derby. You'll never get around the canyon in time for the race, fellas.
Well, maybe we don't have to go around the canyon. Between Cooter's turbo and Uncle Jesse's rocket fuel,
We could go over it.
You'll be smashed to pieces.
Well, it's better than drowning when Boss Hogg gets his hands on that dam.
Read it and weep, boss. An official entry form, stamped and everything.
Even if you win, it ain't enough to buy back that orphanage. You lose.
I think you're forgetting something, boss.
And what's that?
After we win, we get interviewed live on TV.
What the? Wait, whoa, but you ain't never won a race against my 00. And it's got a nitrous oxide system, not some moonshine gas. See you from the winner's cycle, boys.
Ain't nothing stopped us before.
Except that cup of coffee.
If them Duke boys win, I'm ruined. And when I say I mean you. Get it?
Yes, sir. You betcha.
Oh, Luke, any words for the camera?
Quiet, doofus. I'm trying to hear the sound of my own doom.
Well, first thing, we'd like to thank our family and friends for supporting us.
Also, we'd like to say a few words about Boss Hogg.
Catch me, Roscoe. I'm gonna faint.
Hazard County Orphanage has been going through some tough times. The local bank has even been trying to foreclose on their mortgage.
We're proud to announce that Boss Hogg has donated the orphanage and all the land behind it to the orphans.
What? Listen, boss ain't never said nothing about giving nothing to no...
Are you trying to send me to the electric chair? Yep. That's right.
Oh, that was mighty nice of you, buddy. I didn't know you had it in you.
Me neither.
Oh, thanks for everything, Cooter.
Any old time, Bo.
Well, we couldn't have done it without your rocket fuel, Uncle Jesse.
Speaking of which, Cooter, what do you say we go and see if there's any left over?
Now there's a plan.
Oh, I'm just so proud of you boys.
You did it! I guess that car is just as fast as you said.
You want to find out for sure?
Bo, you've been driving a General this whole time. I want to try out that new rocket fuel.
Now, you don't reckon he's gonna do what I think he's gonna do.
Wouldn't change if they could.
Y'all come back soon, you hear?
System like a true modern-day Robin Hood.
Just enjoy the race.
Okay, now remember, use that turbocharger in your Rainbow Canyon. Otherwise, we're gonna go splat.
I've done it once. I can do it again, Gus. I can't believe this jump is part of the race.
Man, Boss Hogg chooses the race course.
That must be some kind of record.
What happened? I closed my eyes when we left the ground.
I think I'm getting the hang of this. We're racing now, Luke.
Ah, ain't nothing quite like it.
Ouch. Don't know about you folks. Felt that one.
Truck swerved out in front of us on purpose, Luke.
And I know why. That's Roscoe P. Coltrane behind the wheel of that dirt truck.
Yeah, ain't getting away from me this time.
Let's show that 00 how it's done.
Hold on, cuz. we ain't kissing cousins for nothing, Daisy.
Punch him, cousin.
I got you, 00. Ain't no car better than General Lee.
Now, as you well know, that means boys love good content. And there ain't no better competition south of the Mason-Dixon line than Boss Hogg's 00.
Ain't nothing faster than the double, see?